You have so many people, you know, who are dreaming about it, who wish it. It's one thing to say you want it, but at some point you have to measure how bad you want it. So many people who don't like their current circumstance, and you guys have been given the opportunity of a lifetime. No opportunity wasted. I'm talking about sacrificing whatever it is you are now for the person you want to be. I'm talking about going all in. Come on, guys. Say all in. All in. All in. All in. By any means necessary. Let's go. Hey, guys. You know, you know how we got to start this thing off, right? You know how, all right, I'm sorry. All in. All in. Come on, all in. Now say it like you mean it. All in. All right. All right, they didn't give me a lot of time this year, so I got to go. All right, so watch this, guys. You know where I got to start? So it was a young dude, right, young man, and he had got where he said enough is enough. Like, you saw the video, right? You saw the video. And the problem with the video that you saw is that there are a lot of you who are watching the video and you're not experiencing that, right? But this is the year for you to experience that because you're about to go all in. And so it was crazy that this young man had gotten to a point in his life, he was like, I want that. Like, I want to get to that level. I want to get to the next level. I want to experience that. Like, I don't want to dream it anymore. I want to live it. And so he started to ask the right questions. And he started to go in the community. And he started to tell him, like, I want to go all in, but I need help. Like, I need to be introduced to that individual that can help me to go all in. And so it's crazy, but as he was going around, everybody kept saying the same thing. Everybody kept saying to the young man that you need to meet the guru. Like if you can connect with the guru, I'm telling you, you'll go from where you are to where you want to be. It won't be a dream anymore. You won't be frustrated anymore. Like, you won't be wishing anymore. You won't be wanting anymore. Like, if you get with the guru is going to teach you how to go all in. And so the young man was excited. He was pumped up. He was ready, like, for real, because he was sick and tired of being sick and tired, and he wanted to experience that next level. And so he finally made it happen, and he found the guru. And when he got with the guru, he said to the guru, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready to go all in by any means necessary. I'm ready. I'm tired. I can taste success. I can feel it. I see it all around me, and I want to experience it. And so the guru said, listen to me, young man, if you're serious and you're really ready, if you're really in, I need you to do me a huge favor. I need you to meet me tomorrow morning, 4 a.m. at the beach. And so my man is pumped up, he's excited, and he makes the sacrifice he needs to make. And he goes to bed early, and he wakes up early, and And he finds himself there. Finally, he's there. He's only a few steps away, only a few moments away from going all in and possibly changing his life forever. Before the guru, he's got the full suit on and he's ready. And the guru comes out of nowhere and he says to the young man, "Are you ready to go all in?" He says, "Yes, sir, I'm ready, I'm ready. I'm ready to go all in." He said, "Well, I need you to do me a favor. If you're ready to go all in, I need you to take off your shoes and your socks. Because to go to this level, you got to make some sacrifices." And so he takes off his shoes and he takes off his socks and he rolls up his penny. He tells him to take off his jacket and take off his tie and roll up his sleeves. And he says to that young man, "I need you to come out. I need you to come out and walk in the water." He said, "But sir, I don't know how to swim." He said, "Listen to me very closely. You said out of your own mouth, you declared that you wanted to go all in. And so if you want to go all in, you got to take the risk. If you want to go all in, you got to take the first step." And so he's nervous, afraid, but he knows that he's tired. He's tired of being at the same place. He's tired of getting what he's got, and he's, boom, ready to go to that next level. Oh, and I love it, I love it, I love it. He walks out on the water, and the water hits his feet, and it's cold, it's uncomfortable. But he continues to go, and as he continues to go, it hit his knees, and he's like, I'm not sure. Like many of you, you got started in this company, and it didn't go the way you thought it was going to go initially, and you got nervous. And the guru said, "Listen to me, success is just beyond your fear. Come a little closer." And he goes a little closer, and boom, it hits his waist. And when it hits his waist, he's thinking in his mind, maybe I've invested too much, maybe I've given too much. I'm out here in the dark, and what if I fail? What if it doesn't go the way I thought it was going to go? And the guru looks at him and says, "Come on out, all in, all in, all in." So he goes out a little further, and in the back of his mind, he's afraid, but the water hits his shoulders, and then it hits his throat, and then it hits his mouth, and just as it hit his mouth, he was thinking to himself, "I can't do it. I can't go all in. I don't have what it takes to go all in." As he begins to turn, I love it. The guru grabs him by the back of his head, puts his leg around his leg, and he throws him in the water. He was there for 10 seconds, and he's like, "I'm gonna relax. This old man's crazy." But 20 seconds go by, and he's still underwater. He's like, okay. He's gonna let me go by. I know he's not gonna drown me. And 30 seconds go by, and now he's starting to get a little nervous. He says, okay, maybe he's serious. Maybe he's never gonna let me go. 40 seconds go by, and as 40 seconds go by, he begins to lose his breath, and 50 seconds go by, and his life flashes in front of his face, and he's like, I'm about to die. In 60 seconds, just when he thinks his last breath, boom, the guru pulls him out. And he's fighting. And the guru said, "All in, all in." "What's wrong with you, old man? All in, you try to kill me." He said, "No, I didn't try to kill you. You told me you wanted to go all in. And you told me that you wanted to truly know what the secret to success was." And he said, "You didn't teach me anything. You tried to drown." No. When you were underwater, there was only one thing you wanted to do when you were underwater. And what was that one thing? He said, Sir, I only wanted to do one thing when I was underwater. I wanted to breathe." And he said, "When you want to go all in as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll go all in." On three. 1, 2, 3. All in. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Listen to me closely, guys. Listen to me very closely. 20 minutes. First slide. 20 minutes, guys. I'm excited. Listen to me. I want to share this. Like, for those of you who are like all the way in the back, I want to share this with you. Or for those of you who are in the other room, I want to share this with you. I want to share this with you, guys. This is important. All right, first, I just want to say to you that luck is for leprechauns. All right, and the last time I checked in the room, nobody was green. Listen to me, I want to help you, because there's somebody in the back, you're thinking that you will never make it to the front. And I just want you to know, before we get started, I just want you to know, for those of you who've forgotten the story or you've never read my story, I wasn't born to entrepreneurs. Like, I didn't grow up in a house full of entrepreneurs, and we weren't talking entrepreneur talk at the dinner table. As a matter of fact, I grew up in Detroit, and in Detroit, you either work for Ford, GM, or Chrysler, and if you talk about being an entrepreneur, people are going to think you crazy. So I didn't grow up in a home with entrepreneurs. I didn't read entrepreneurial books. I didn't know what that was. I didn't know what it meant to own your own business. Listen to me very closely. I wasn't raised by parents who could, put a silver spoon in my mouth, and parents who had connections and networks and can get the hookup for Eric Thomas. But listen to me very closely, but I'm standing in front of you today. Listen to me, I'm standing in front of you today. I'm standing in front of you today. Why? I'm standing in front of you today because luck is for leprechauns. Like, for real, luck is for leprechauns. And E.T., what do you mean by that? I'm here to tell you that, in fact, for those of you who didn't know, my mother got pregnant when she was 17 years old. And my grandmother kicked my mother out of the house because she had 14 children and she couldn't afford to feed another mouth. And then my mother was homeless because she didn't have anywhere to go. Listen to me, I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. So for those of you who are saying, you know what, I believe I could, maybe be successful, I don't know, I'm not 100% sure if I could ever get to the top of this cup. I want you to know that luck is for leprechauns and you're not green, but listen to me, you can create your own luck, right? I want you to know that I'm not standing here today by accident. This is a lot of strategy. Listen to me, I'm very intentional and deliberate. Every single day when I wake up, I've got it all mapped out. I have a plan. So I want you to know listen to me, you have been given an opportunity through Verve, through FEMA. You have been given an opportunity of a lifetime. And if you think you're going to blow up, if you think you're going to get to the next level by luck, you got another thing coming. But is the opportunity here for you to blow up? Yes, but the only way you can do it is if you go. Come on, y'all killing me. Y'all got to work with me. You got to work with me. Listen to me. Luck is for leprechauns. And you're not gonna luck your way into presidential. Listen to me, you're not gonna luck your way to six figures. You're not gonna luck your way to anything in this company. Nobody in this company did it by luck. But if you're willing to go, if you're willing to go, listen to me, you can have what you want, you can be what you want, you can do what you want, and you can drive that sweet BMW I saw on my way in today. Yep. So listen to me very closely. Number one, this room is not here. We're not in this great facility by luck. Nothing you see in this room is by luck. Everything you see here by BK and the staff, it was very intentional, it was very deliberate. They had a strategy, they mapped the strategy out, they planned a strategy, and boom, we're here. So I'm saying that because listen to me, don't ever say again that something is a scam. It's not a scam, you a scam. No, listen to me, you a scam because you made a commitment and you're not keeping your commitment. You said that you were going to go. Come on, y'all playing with me. You said you were going to go. Come on, I didn't say it. BK didn't make you say it. You said it when you signed the dotted line that you were going to go. So if you're not going all in, you're not going to get what people who go all in get. So you a scam. This ain't the scam. So you got to do me a huge favor. Listen to me. After today, you need to know exactly what's going to happen on Monday. You need to know exactly what you need to do on Tuesday. You need to know exactly what you're going to do on Wednesday. You need to know exactly what you're going to do on Thursday. And I'm not suggesting that you have to work 24 hours. I'm not suggesting that. But I am suggesting and strategize your play if you're going to get to the next level. But before I leave, listen to me. You can go to middle school, high school, college. I was not the most likely to succeed, right? I was not the most likely to succeed, but I love it when I go to my old high schools and I do book signings now. I just look at all my teachers like, you got it wrong. And I just want to find a dude that was most likely to succeed. I want to see where he is and what he's doing. Listen to me. To be an entrepreneur, you don't need the approval of people. You just need to go. Come on, to be great in this business, to be great in this company, you don't need 100 cheerleaders. You personally just need to go. Come on, you don't need other individuals to take your game to the next level. You just need to go. So number one, luck is for leprechauns, and you're not green. So do me a huge favor, don't ever make another excuse. People are, don't ever make an excuse. I just want you to make some adjustments. All right, so number two, this is important, guys, because in order for you to go all in, the first thing you have to do is to realize that it's not gonna happen by luck, right? But if you go all in, if you are intentional and deliberate about every single move, look, we're not playing checkers no more, this is chess. Not playing checkers anymore, this is chess. This is grown folk business. And if you're going to make in this business, listen to me, you have to be strategic. So number two, the difference between who you are and who you want to be is what you do. I'll never forget last year, San Diego, I had the privilege of sitting down and doing breakfast with Bob Proctor. You know, for real, you got to hear what I'm saying. Like, I'm not playing. Like, I had the privilege of sitting and doing breakfast with Bob Proctor, and I'll never forget, we were sitting down, and he asked me how much I charged, and I told him how much I charged. He was like, no, you should be charging at least double that. So he gave me a figure, right? But it was so funny because as we were sitting down, you know, it was comical because he said to me, he saw my book, and he was like, Eric, you still selling books? And I'm like, yeah, I'm still selling books. I'm like, what does he mean by that? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm confused. Like, he grabbed my books, like, you selling this? Yeah, I'm selling it. Like, what do you do with books? You sell them. And he started to say, like, E.T., like, you got to understand something. Like, people are not blowing up selling books. Like, you have to do something else. And I'm thinking, like, I don't know where you come from, but where I come from, Detroit, I'm the only one on my block selling books. Like, for real, maybe your neighborhood, they not selling books no more, but in my neighborhood, we still selling books, right? And so I was geeked up because I'm like, look, we made, in a year and a half, we made $1 million selling books. And he was like, E.T., I want you to give your book away, and I want you to give it away, and I want you to direct them to your Ascension program. And I'm like, my what? He was like, Ascension program. I'm like, what's that? So he's like, E.T., man, you've been doing this thing for 20 years. You got a lot of content. You have a lot to share with the world. And while the Thank God It's Monday is cute, there are people who want more than Thank God It's Monday. So I was like, all right, cool. And I left, pumped, fired up, but I was still the same person. Because somewhere in my mind, even though he told me don't sell my book, it didn't register. Like, whoa, what's going to happen if I don't sell my book? And I went to Australia. And the guy said, E.T., you still paying? You still got them paying for your plane ticket? Yep. They're paying for your room? Yep. They're giving you an honorary? Yep. He was like, oh, I don't do any of that, but I sell my Ascension program when I go. And watch after today what happens. And I watched this guy sell his Ascension program in Australia, and he made $250,000 in 2 hours. And when I came back, I was like, Bob Proctor, you were right. I'm not selling my book no more. I'm about to do an Ascension program. I'll never forget when I started my Breathe University. I will never forget when I first told it to my team. They like, Eric, it's too much for the diamond package. Nobody's going to buy that. Everybody's going to buy the silver. And I'm going to be honest with you, Bob Proctor was right. 90% of the sales are platinum and diamond. Listen to me very closely. You are in this room for the next couple days. You're going to be getting some great information. But if you go back the same person that you were when you got here, you're going to be disappointed. But if you take everything in and you go, no, listen to me. If you write down everything, if you record everything, if you buy all the information and you take it back and you just don't have it in front of you, but you internalize it, you read it over and over and over again. You get with your team and you go over it over and over and over again. And in 90 days, if you go, come on, for 90 days, if you go, I said for 90 days, if you go, you're going to go to a whole other level. Listen to me, and if you go all in for 180 days, if you go all in for 360 days, you going, man, okay, I'm sorry, I only got a little time. Watch this guy. This is crazy. So Bob Proctor revolutionized my life because I kept saying that I was going to finish my PhD but I couldn't finish my PhD because I was on the road 20 times a week. And now I'm only on the road 4 or 5 times a week, and I'm making more than what I made last year, and I'm finished with 2/3 of my PhD, and this year I'll get my PhD. Why? Because Bob Proctor said, E.T., in order for you to go all in, the difference between who you are, and I was very successful, I thought, at the time, the difference between who you are and who you want to be is what you're doing. And kid, what you're doing is good, but what you're doing is not great. And now I'm at home more. I'm studying more. I volunteer more. I have more time for my family. I have more time for my friends because I decided not to just sit at the breakfast table with Bob Proctor, but I decided to go. Come on, I decided to go. I decided to go. I need you to do me a favor, guys. Just be honest with me. You're in this room right now. You're saying, E.T., if all in represents 120%, right now in my life, I'm going all in. Just be honest. Don't raise your hand. Don't listen to what I'm telling you. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you like, E.T., I got this business, and I'm murdering it. I'm 120 in it right now. Raise only those you know you're doing 120. Raise your hand. Okay, good. 90%, raise your hand. 90%, you're giving 90% effort. Raise your hand. Be honest. You're making the phone calls. You're doing the research. You're internalizing. You're following the blueprint. 80%, raise your hand. Be honest. Don't lie. There's nobody to impress in this room right now. 80%, raise your hand. Good. E.T., I'm giving about 70%. Raise your hand. Yep, we're getting numbers now. E.T., I'll be honest. I'm giving 60%. Raise your hand. Yep, I see it. Okay, E.T., real honest. I'm probably giving 50% of my effort. Raise your hand. Yep, I see a lot of 50%, 60%. Right. And I'm not upset, but you're giving 50 and you said it's a scam. You're giving 50% and you said it's not working. You're giving 60% and you said it's not working. No, it's not working because you're not even going all in, saying all in right now. You're about 60% on all in. I'm here. Listen to me. You're giving 60 or 70%, and you're where you are because you're not putting forth 120%. So do me a favor. For those of you who are willing to make a commitment, and I'm telling you, you can have it. I didn't read this in the book, y'all. Nobody told me this. I'm a living example right now. You see the logo? Like, we have a brand now because I've been coming here so much, and you think I'm just speaking, you think I'm just doing YPR radio, and you don't know I'm studying and I'm learning, and every time I go back, I'm going back up 70, 80, 90, and I'm trying to get to 100%. So for those of you who are serious and you mean business and you will not leave this conference the same, you're going to stand up with me and we're going to say on 3, all in. For those of you who are about to make a commitment that you'll never ever give 60%, you'll never ever give 70%, you'll never ever give 80%. From this day forward, you give it 120%. On 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, I love it. All right, listen to me. All right, please. All right, so you got to see this one. Hard and impossible are 2 different things. I need you to understand that. Hard and impossible are 2 different things. Look, if it was easy, everybody would do it. So do me a huge favor. Stop looking for the easy road, because there is not. There's no easy road. Right? Look, you're going to have to get up early some days. You're going to have to go to bed late. You're going to have to make the phone call when you don't feel like making a phone call. You're going to have to study when you don't feel like studying. You're going to have your leadership meeting when you don't feel like having your leadership meeting. Right? If it was easy, everybody would do it. But do me a favor. Hard. E.T. is hard. E.T., you don't get it, E.T. They keep rejecting me. My boy crossed it. My homegirl crossed it. But to get there before I got there, listen to me. If it was easy, everybody would do it, but it's not impossible. Nothing is impossible. The only thing that's impossible is what you make impossible. So I need you to understand that it's not going to be an easy road. But I'm telling you, if you're willing to put in 120%, if you're willing to go all in, you can take that which was once impossible and make it possible. All right, listen to me. You can't have that life until you put in that work. All right? You can't have that. Listen to me. You can't have that life until you're willing to put in that work. So the next time you talk to somebody in this company that's doing it, stop asking them what they drive. Stop asking them what they wear. Stop asking them how much money they make. And you start asking them, what is that? What do you do on Monday? What do you do on Tuesday? What are you thinking on Monday? What are you thinking on? How do you make it happen on Wednesday? And when they tell you, all they're going to tell you is that you need to go. Come on, you need to go. That you need to go. Because once you go all in, you're going to have what they have. You're going to be able to do what they're doing. You're going to be able to experience life. Like, I watch them dance. I'm like, ooh, somebody, you need to be up here dancing next year. Like, you need to be sitting at this front row next year. But you're not going to do it if you're giving 70%, because the people sitting up here aren't giving 70%. All right. We only got about 5 minutes. Listen to me. If you persist, you'll get it. If you're consistent, you'll keep it. Now, listen to me very closely. You got to get this. Some of the success that you're looking for, it does not happen. Listen to me. It does not happen in the first year. It doesn't happen in the second year. And last year when I sat with Bob Proctor, the reason why I was so excited, because I was like, dude, that's been in the game not 10 years, not 20 years. He hadn't been in the game 30 years, not 40 years. This guy been in the game 50 years. And what impressed me was, like, how did you do it for so long? Like, a lot of people can be successful for a year or 2 years or 5 years, but how did you do it for 50 years, right? How did you do it? And this is what I got. If you're persistent, you'll get it. And if you're consistent, you'll keep getting it. So what do I mean? I don't need you to be all in on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday like this is a college course. I don't need you to be all in on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Nope. I need you to be in every single day, and I need you to be consistent. I need you to do it every single year, right? This blew my mind. The other day, we got 3 calls from Dubai. Now listen to me very closely. When we first started doing TGIM, when the Guru story first blew up, I didn't get any calls from Dubai. I wasn't getting calls from Australia. I wasn't getting calls from Africa. Listen to me, I wasn't getting calls from London. But after 5 years of doing it, of being consistent every single Monday, of being consistent with Thank God It's Monday, of getting better and better and better. Listen to me very closely. I started getting calls from all over the world, and many of you are ready to give up. Many of you are ready to give in on this business, and you have not been persistent, and more importantly, you have not been consistent. And you need to do me a huge favor. Come on. I need you to, I got 4 minutes left. I need it from here. I need you to go. Come on, breathe it. I need you to go. Come on, eat it. I need you to go. Listen to me, guys. Joseph waited 13 years. Abraham waited 25 years. Moses waited 40 years. Jesus waited 30 years. Listen to what I'm telling you. You've been doing this thing 6 months and you're ready to give up. You've been doing it for 6 months. You've been doing it for a year and you're ready to give up and give in. Look, most of y'all don't know my story. I started doing this in the 90s. I didn't blow up like the world didn't know who I was to at least 18 years in the game. Now, I'm not saying it's going to take you 8 years, because BK and these guys have laid out a phenomenal package, a phenomenal program. But I am saying it might take you more than 6 months. It might take you more than a year. It might take you more than 2 years. But you got to make up in your mind, no matter how long it takes, you are going to go. Come on, you're going to go. Come on, you're going to go. So I don't care how long it takes. I don't care to sacrifice. Look, you put in too many hours. You made too many phone calls. You put in too much money. You've invested too much time to quit now. You've given too much. You should have quit last year. You should have quit 2 years ago. You've come too far to give up. The only thing you can do right now is go. Is go. To go. It's time to go all in, guys. It's time to go all in, guys. Look, I need you to hustle. All right, just the last one. Y'all got to feel this one. I need you to hustle until you no longer have to introduce yourself. I need you to work this business so hard that you don't have to convince anybody. I need you to work this business so hard that they begging you to get in. They begging to get on your team. They're begging to be a part of your upline. They're begging to be a part of your leadership team. They're begging to go on the road. I need you to hustle so hard. I need you to go in so hard that people start calling you and you don't have to call them. So I told you, baby, the difference between the gazelle and the lion is that the gazelle stops running when the lion's not chasing it anymore. Look, I told you the difference between the gazelle. I told you before that every single day in Africa, I told you that the lion gets up when the sun rises and the gazelle gets up when the sun rises. I told you that. I told you the difference, though. That one is running for their life and one is running to go make their dreams. One is going to get dinner, one's ready to eat. How many people in the building ready to eat? How many people in the building ready to eat? How many of you ready for your family to eat? How many of you ready for your friends to eat? And so I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. The gazelle's running. And the gazelle looks back, and the lion's not chasing the gazelle anymore, so the gazelle stops. But what the gazelle doesn't know is that the lion is eating right now, and as soon as it finishes eating, it's about to come back out on the hunt, and it's going to look. Why? Because the lion is hungry, and something inside the lion only knows one thing. For the last time, all the lion knows how to do is go. All the lion knows how to do is go. I said all the lion knows how to do is go. And so for the rest of this year, Bird, for the rest of this year, YPR, let's go all in. Let's go. Let's go. It's your boy E.T. Let's get it.